people describe as a foodie. If you don't know what that is, it's just basically somebody who really, really likes to study food. Essentially, it's just the more polite way of saying I'm a total fat ass. The funny thing is, though, I love food so much that sometimes it just gets in the way of just me, like, wanting to learn about anything new or cool. Like, for example, I'll watch the Travel Channel, and something will come on, like a documentary about the Scottish Highlands or something like that. The narrator will start talking about how beautiful the greens are and everything like that, the mountains, the ghosts, and everything like that, and I'll just sit there and just act all impressed, like, oh, yeah, I guess that's kind of cool. But then I'll watch something like Man vs. Food, you know, that show where the guy does, like, all the food challenges. Adam Richman, the host, will come on and just say something like, I'm here on 8 Mile Road in Detroit City, where I'm about to eat the Rapist Burger, which is a 4-pound burger covered with bacon, 3 different types of cheeses, bacon, fried chicken, pulled pork, and covered in gravy and pig fat. And if I eat it all in under 20 minutes, I'll put my picture on the Wall of Fame. And I will literally just start jumping up on the couch and be like, we're going to the we're going to Detroit. We're going to Detroit. They don't have any food in the islands. I don't know. The documentary didn't say anything about the food. The thing I know about that show that I find most interesting is that he never ever wins anything worthwhile, at least in my opinion. I mean, for example, you know, sometimes he'll pay for his meal, you know, which that's pretty cool. Sometimes he gets a t-shirt that just says, I'm a fat ass, love me, I ate a big burger. But the majority of the time he just gets his photo on a wall. Like, people, I'm sorry, but if I'm going to enter into any kind of competition, I want to win some fucking money. Or have one of the waitresses give me a hand job. I mean, for my thing, like, oh, a shit ton of food if I just bust it, not the fall of the fuck However, though, the one thing I should mention, though, is I actually did do a food challenge recently. About a month ago, a buddy of mine and I, we did the Don Pedro's Spicy Taco Challenge. I'm not going to talk about it too much, but basically, if you're thinking about doing Don Pedro's Spicy Taco Challenge, don't. Your insides will literally feel like the aftermath of Chernobyl. It is just not pleasant for 2 days. The second thing, though, I find funny about that show is that he never does a health food challenge. You know, like, it's never anything like, it's always like, oh, Adam, you're going to eat like 15 pounds of fries and everything like that, with like ice cream and everything like that. And it's like, no, like, why can't he just eat like 30 pounds of celery in like 20 minutes? Like, you know, he'll probably use like a face the size and a half. Of course, now the show's got a new twist to it. He does this new show called Man vs. Food Nation, which is where he takes a bunch of people from random towns all over the country and just trains them to eat a food challenge. We're the fattest nation in the country. Do we really need anybody to train us to eat more food? I mean, Jesus. That's kind of like walking up to a kid who got a bunch of D's on his last semester and said, no, kid. You're not reaching your full potential. I'm going to show you how to get straight F's. It's fucking nuts. I mean, I wonder what the pitch for that show was, too. Like, I mean, he probably just walked up to the producers and just said something to the effect of, look, guys, I can't keep eating food like this anymore. My doctor says if I eat another 37-inch meat lover's pizza, followed by 13 gallons of ice cream, and then I have to wash it down with a 52-ounce beer, I'm probably going to fucking die. I mean, why doesn't he probably just said, like, hey, why don't we just get a bunch of college kids to fucking do it? Those bastards are stoned 24/7, they'll eat anything. I always had one other idea for a challenge for that show, but this one was a little different of a twist. This one was a drinking challenge. Maybe we could do it here at the Monkey House? Probably not, but what if he did something like take 15 shots of 151 and eat it in, drink them all in an hour? Hey, if he wins, I say the bar should give him free drinks for a month. If he loses, though, they should pay for his funeral arrangements. Alright, well, funny thing about me, though, is, in case you really can't tell just by my very pasty complexion, is I'm kind of a nerd. I mean, I am. I mean, I play a lot of video games, I watch a lot of TV, and I obsess about things that don't really matter. But there is one thing I do obsess about that does matter, and that's tits. I love tits. They're fucking great. I just love to twist my head on and take a little nap with them, play with them, do whatever. It's just so great. I love it. No. But there's one thing I've come to notice, though, is men and women, we both do it. We both check out tits. There's just different reasons for it, though. Men, we do it because for the obvious reason, you know, we're like, oh, hey, she's got a nice breath. I want to hook up with her. Girls, you kind of do it, and I'm not saying you all do it, but for the most part, sometimes you do it, and you get kind of jealous with each other. Like, I've definitely seen women compare, like, I've had some of my girlfriends come and it's like, oh my God, look at Jesse's boobs. They are so gorgeous. I'm so jealous. And then, some of you get really jealous, and this happened a lot in my high school. You start spreading rumors about each other, like, one of them is a lesbian or used to be a dude. That shit happens, and then you all wonder why nobody voted for Hillary Clinton to become president. I think it's all this, like, ladies, all the men had a meeting, and we got together, and we basically just said, look, whoever we vote for, we cannot let Clinton become president. If she finds out the Queen of England has a better rep than she does, she will start World War III. And you know what the worst part about that would be? If she started World War III over that, she would automatically make President Bush look like a fucking good president. And nobody wants to be that person. So the only thing I'm going to say to you ladies before I walk off this stage is just this. It doesn't really matter. I mean, to most guys. Just guys like all different shapes and sizes and everything like that, whether they're nice little curvy A's or big something D's. It doesn't matter. We will want to suck on your dick. And if you got cheese, I'll be here all night. Thank you.